Hey gorgeous, this is episode number 311. You are listening to Hard Sells Podcast. I'm your host Christine Schlonski and it is Variety Friday. The day where I share some resources, where I answer your questions, or where I share from my entrepreneurial journey. And before we dive in today's episode with the question, are you making it difficult for your clients to buy? This episode is brought to you by Hard Sells Academy. And at Hard Sells Academy, we support heart-centered, ambitious entrepreneurs who love what they do but feel so uncomfortable in selling their products and services. And we support them in stepping into their power so they can sell with ease, grace, confidence. They can ask their price while being authentic and true to their values. So if this is you, we might want to have a conversation. So email us and hop on over to christineschlonski.com to find out more. Today's episode is all about, are you making it difficult for your clients to buy? Because I realized I made that mistake. And it's actually not too funny because it's not that you leave money on the table. It's also that you are in the way of growing your business and in the way of supporting more of your soulmate clients. And a while ago, I had the opportunity to be part of a workshop here in Germany by Alicia Beluga. In her workshop, she described how you as a coach or consultant or healer or online entrepreneur, somebody who's offering a solution, you are basically on an island. And on that island, you want to invite your soulmate clients in to have a party with you. So, right, they can get the transformation. And to do that, your soulmate client has to get off of the shore and they have to come to the island. The easiest way to the island would just be to build a bridge, because then you can go from that bridge to the island at any time, right? No matter if the water is rough, you can just cross a bridge and join me in that case on the island, right? If you would be my soulmate client, I would love to party with you on my island and help you with a transformation so that you can serve more people with your amazing gifts and talents. And it also doesn't feel sleazy or salesy for you, but it feels natural, it's fun, it's income producing and impact producing, because that's what you do when you are a heart-centered, ambitious entrepreneur. So let's just go back to the island. Just imagine yourself on that island and all of your wonderful soulmate clients who want to work with you are lined up on the shore, ready to come to you. So just think about it. If they have to swim, the likelihood that they arrive at the island is less than when they just can walk a beautiful bridge. When they have to take a boat, it's more difficult to come to the island too. So you build that beautiful bridge, and then you want to make sure once your soulmate client starts walking to come to you, that you have a wonderful, full bridge. And here's what happens to most of us, and I'm included. We put out so much content. We write, for example, blog posts. We share quotes. We share pieces of our story. We maybe have a podcast like I have, or maybe you are doing online summits. You do all those things. You are in interviews. You are interviewed for podcasts, for summits. Maybe you speak on a stage. And at the end of the day, we basically say, well, if you want to know more, like PM me. Or if you want to know more, like send me an email. Or if you, and we make it really difficult for a person who would love to check us out to just go and purchase something. So if you are not in that space where you have something on your website that's basically available 24/7, you are limiting yourself. And I realized that for myself. I looked at my website, which, you know, probably a lot of people have website shame, and so do I. So please don't contact me and give me like 10,000 offers right now, because I said I have a little bit of website shame. We are already in the rebranding phase. But, you know, somebody that goes over there, that checks your stuff out, should have some kind of opportunity to book something. Even though I do work in programs, I work in group coaching programs, I work one-on-one with people, I have done for you services, still having available a smaller item that somebody can take advantage of and just experience more of your work at a lower investment is really, really helpful. And I did not have that in place. So if you go over to my page, now I have in place a work with me page that wasn't there before, where I basically started to list products where, depending on what kind of product this is, at least people can apply, right? I'm not making it that difficult. Or where they can, depending on what language they speak, can get an instant product with instant access to either a workshop or one of my summits. So people can actually experience what it would be like working with me. And if you do not have that in place for yourself, I highly recommend you find a way that you can enable people to buy from you right when they want to, not when you feel like they can PM you, because that will just hold people back more often than they will proceed and go through all the hassle you are providing them by PMing you, by sending you an email, by having the conversation. You can make it way easier for yourself if you just have offers directly on your page. And that was something that I learned over the past month, where I realized I'm making it difficult for people, right? I have built this beautiful bridge to my beautiful island, and people just want to come and hang out with me and have fun and get a transformation and a solution. But when they walk down that path, when they take the bridge, all of a sudden in the bridge is this gap, right? Because they were reading my blog article or they were seeing an interview. And then there's this huge gap where they have to do the work, where they have to reach out via email, they have to be at PM. It's not just the fast pass to cash. No, they have to take this extra step and this leap of faith that they need to jump. And often people probably don't just jump and trust that they land on the other side of the bridge, that they can overcome that gap. They might just leave. And that's an opportunity that's lost because the chances that they come back are pretty low, right? So we want to make sure that if somebody is interested in your work, they can get a taste of it right away. They can get subscribed for something that gives them value, and they also have the opportunity to buy. You will be surprised how many people then actually say, well, I want that $97 product, for example. So what I realized, I've given a workshop in German, and this will be in English January of 2021. So no worries, it will come to the English-speaking market, but I taught it in German, and I realized that this was so impactful, so deeply impactful. For me, it was just testing out the German market, right? But I was so impactful, so I put it up as a done-for-you service. So now all of a sudden, since the workshop has finished, I have the recordings as a done-for-you service. And it told you, maybe you were rolling your eyes and thinking, well, of course you do that. Well, I haven't done it in the past. So I'm realizing really when you give people the opportunity, when I speak on summits now, or when I have interviews on podcasts, or, maybe just joint venture partners, they always have something to promote. Because I always have something on my website that can be promoted that has already amazing testimonials. People went through the experience, they loved it, they've gotten results, and now it's so much easier for other people to send people. So what I would love for you to do today is really have a look at your business and kind of find out where are the holes, where are the gaps in your bridge to your island. Where are you making it difficult for people to buy from you? And I totally get it. If you would love to work with me one-on-one, obviously we have to have a conversation because I need to make sure that A, you are a perfect match, and B, I can make sure that I trust you will get the results that you were looking for because you are that perfect match, because you are the soulmate client, right? And working in smaller groups, depending on what kind of program it is, I also like to speak to people myself or have someone from my team pre-qualifying the person so we can make sure we are getting the right kind of people that are going to go to get the results. Right? Because I'm always looking for that next amazing testimonial, that next person that really does the work and that has so much more impact and also makes so much more money due to working together, right? I'm here to create success stories. And if you're listening, I'm sure you are in that same business, right? You want to make sure that it's heart-centered, that you deliver, that people get results. And therefore, depending on what kind of program it is, you have to talk to people to figure out if they are the perfect match. But then also you want to make it easy for people so they can actually click a button to a program and they can apply. So have a look at your website and really check in. Where are the holes? Where are the gaps in your bridge? And figure out how you can close them. Because there's nothing more beautiful than when you wake up in the morning, you already have some bookings in of things that you have created. You don't even need to touch it anymore. And these are all clients that will have a transformation when they do the work, and they can also qualify for your group coaching program or for one-on-one program at a later point. But most importantly, they did not turn around and went away to find a solution somewhere else. They stayed. They committed by giving you their money, by investing with you, and now you have the opportunity to help them to get results. And that's what you are in business for. So have a look where you have those gaps. I for sure have not yet created the perfect system, but I'm tweaking and I'm adjusting all the time, listening to my clients, understanding where I make it difficult for people. And obviously I do have my mentors and coaches, so I can make sure that I am seeing the whole picture, because just looking out of my eyes is not giving me a full view of myself. And there are these blind spots that we don't see. Everybody has them. So please get a person to support you, that you can see your blind spots and that you can actually start filling these gaps in your bridge, that you have a beautiful paved path for your clients to take, that they have an amazing journey with you, that they love coming to your island, having the party with you, getting the transformation, and they for sure will bring more of themselves to your party. So thank you so much for listening. Hop on over to christineschlonski.com, find the podcast tab for the show notes and the resources that I mention. Also, I will link the Heart-Centered Lead Generation Summit. This is a summit where you can experience the summit like or if it was live, but it's not. It's the recordings and all the emails that come with it, all the content where you will learn from 40 amazing, highly successful entrepreneurs about their strategy on filling their pipeline with heart-centered clients. And it's about paid traffic, organic traffic, and traffic through partnership. And also there is a legal part with it so that you have everything you need to have in place. And it's just a wonderful summit. You can also purchase the passes, obviously, but you can take it for free so that it supports you and your business to fill the pipeline with your amazing, amazing clients. Also, once you're over there, we are celebrating 2 years of Hard Sells podcast on November 29th. I would love for you to join us in the celebration. There's a link as well to the celebration in the show notes, and you can just sign up and get your voice on Hard Sells podcast. And also, we're having a giveaway right now where you can actually win an interview with me on Hard Sells podcast for Variety Friday. And this is so amazing because we get to know each other. We will have a wonderful conversation. We will talk about what you offer to the world, about your services and what makes them special. we're going to share parts of your story, and it will be aired to over 30 countries because Heart Sells podcast is listened to in over 30 countries worldwide. And you will be featured amongst all these big names like Bob Burke, known from the Go-Giver series that he has co-authored with John David Mann, one of my personal heroes. John Lee Dumas, host of Entrepreneurs on Fire, an award-winning podcast. Susie Carter, who is a profit coach. Her new book just came out, and she also worked together with Lisa Nichols and John Ashraf. Ian Altman is one of the world's top 30 global gurus on sales. Andrea Waltz, who is known Go for No, and she has had 2 interviews here on Heart Sells podcast, and we already had a Variety Friday that was kind of triggered by her podcast episodes where Leo Quinn decided he's going to go for Summer of 1000 No's. So I interviewed him for that journey, and you will be featured among all these wonderful guests. So that's a huge, huge opportunity. Hop on over to christineschlonski.com, find the podcast tab, make sure you check out the resource section, you sign up for the celebrations. We also have other really great stuff we're going to give away. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you a wonderful day wherever you are in this beautiful world. And I'm saying bye for now.